You that eggs are perfectly runny yolks, and it's also, you see, cheesy, and fresh salsa is amazing, and I have cheesy kind of cooked salsa bites, you know, and it's not pizza, it's just 4 eggs, you see, 4 eggs, done, juicy, cheesy, spicy, and I hope healthy, because eggs have pastured, whatever thing, they have omega-3, avocados also, and have some fiber from fresh vegetables. Not a lot. I choose spicy salsa because that way you put less of it. And more avocados. Let's cook this dish together. All recipes on this channel are keto friendly and low carb. Make sure to subscribe. There is no relatively low carb recipes. All good to go. Alright, I have some Kerrygold butter, which is rich in omega-3. You gotta watch your omega-3 versus omega-6 balance. And fresh Mexican salsa. I'm using it as base for a juicy tomato kind of taste. I'm choosing this instead of some marinara sauce because it definitely doesn't have added sugars. Freshly cut, little bit pickled vegetables, which is perfect for this dish. And I'm using really medium heat. Okay, it's not medium high, just medium. And you can even use medium low if you're not careful. You don't want your eggs to turn into little cardboards, okay, with yellow needles. As soon as butter is melted, I'm gonna add my salsa, and I'm gonna even mix it with the butter, integrated. So it's gonna be buttery. It's a new culinary term that I kind of came up with. I'm not gonna cook salsa on top of the butter. I'm gonna mix it, integrate it, and fuse it with butter. About 1-2 tablespoons together with water, salsa water. Now I'm gonna cover with the lid and work on my fresh vegetables. And fresh vegetables is one last avocado that I have in the fridge. It's been there for a week. And it has little bit of suspicious kind of soft spots. I will never know what's in there before I dissect it. Dissect it? Let's make autopsy. Yeah, it looks fine. Little bit of brown things, I can fish them out from there. And this is how you cut and depeat avocados on this channel. You see? You cut it little bit, squeeze the pit out to the trash, and squeeze the 2/2 of avocado out of the skin. So I fished out anything I didn't like in this avocado, and it's going to be mushed and made into guacamole. So don't worry about it. It'll be fine. I've done worse. I eaten worse things, like black banana when I was not on a low carb diet. So it'll be fine. Alright. Again, 1 or 2 tablespoons, and I fish my salsa with the fork. That way I leave the water behind in the can. Now I'm going to not just mix it, but kind of mush it together with this salsa. Sometimes I just scoop, sometimes I mix, sometimes just mush everything. This time I don't like the look of this avocado, so I'm gonna mush everything with salsa, okay? That's better presentation. And now it looks like salsa on a frying pan is done. And it's buttery. And nothing sticks to the bottom of the pan. Great. Salsa can go back into the refrigerator. And I get my eggs. Not my eggs. Filthy jokes. Alright. 1. There's enough room for 4 eggs. And I have another box in the fridge. 3. As you see, I cracked the egg not through the top of the counter. I just cracked them with the edge of the fork, you see? That way no crashes, no shatters. And the second box has twice bigger eggs than the first box. And the boxes look the same. It's a mystery. First box came from malnourished chickens. Alright. You gotta have a lid for this recipe. If you don't have a lid, better put it off until you get a frying pan with the lid. You don't want your eggs be, hard and raw on the top and cold. As you see, it's under the lid, evenly heated. And I'm going to touch it with my finger, the egg yolk, and know if it's hot or if it's still refrigerator temperature. After it covers it with the pale egg white layer, I'm washing egg yolks through the lid. And there you go, my cheddar cheese shredded. I don't know if it's cheddar cheese or it's a mix, but for these recipes, you cannot use shredded mozzarella. No way. It's gonna be like piece of rag. Okay? You need cheddar cheese for this recipe. It's gonna be juicy and gooey and not gonna be like hard surfacey. As you see, eggs are done. I touch them. They're hot, but still gooey and runny. So I'm covering with cheese, even that portion of the frying pan that has only butter salsa on it, okay? Not only eggs, but everything. It's gonna take about it took about 3 minutes for the eggs to get done. And I stopped the heat already. I just want the steam work on my melted cheese a little bit. And melted cheese, it's not the same as if frying pan was open. You need lid for this kind of melted cheese to get it super like moist and gooey steam. Okay, it's gonna take about 30 seconds to get the cheese melted. Yeah, it's pretty much the way I like it. I'm gonna put everything on the same plate, and that's my way to make up some room for the eggs. It looks like pizza, don't get confused. It's just 4 eggs on a frying pan, that's all. And I will slide them. As you remember, I salted the eggs even, although it's in a salsa and everything, but I didn't salt my guacamole. Okay, I'm gonna take a picture. You will see the picture in close up. I hope you enjoy this dish. It's amazing, ketogenic friendly, omega-3, fiber, everything you need.